In 2006 and 2007, I spent 14 months in Afghanistan, and like many others before me, I was inspired to serve my country. As a combat medic, I saved lives. As my friends, fellow soldiers, and local nationals started to die around me, my blinders were taken off and I saw the world through a new set of eyes. We teach our children to use their words, not their fists or guns. Yet when they enter in adulthood, we change the narrative and say patriotism is being willing to make the ultimate sacrifice and use guns and not our voice to settle issues. But for who and for what? Oil, big industry, global conglomerate corporate interests, someone else's bank account, and those in positions who cower and avoid the draft they impose upon the rest of us and our children. That means President Trump. No more wars, say it with me.
No more wars.
It's time to be diplomatic and use our words to influence action that leads to change. The Revolutionary War, 4,435 people died. War of 1812, 2,260. The Indian Wars, 1,000. The Mexican War, 13,283. The Civil War, 498,332. The Spanish War, 2,446. World War I, 116,516. World War II, 405,399. The Korean War, 54,246. The Vietnam War, 9,220. The Persian Gulf War, 1,565. And the Global War on Terrorism, 6,852, and still counting, for a total loss of over 1.1 million in American wars, and that is only the number of soldiers that have perished, and not the innocent victims, not the innocent families that have been left without their loved ones, and not the indigenous people who came before them, whose blood was splattered all over the ground that we stand on as I speak. Yet here on U.S. soil, these lives, being patriotic, fighting for freedom, having not produced anything more but more terror. The school-to-prison pipeline, the war on drugs, economic instability, oppression, every ism and every phobia that exists, a healthcare crisis, global warming, lack of housing, homelessness, inequity, inequality, and gun violence. The same people who send us to war to protect our constitutional rights are the same ones that tell us that we cannot take a knee.
Amen.
They're the same ones that tell us we must stand during an anthem that doesn't speak for us, that we shouldn't protest, and they try to limit our free speech when it comes from those who are on the margins that are truly speaking their truth to power. It's time for justice so that every single life lost counts for something more than a medal and a name on a monument. It's time to stop sending our children to fight battles that they didn't start, and it's time to take our country back and start fighting back against the atrocities that are happening right here on our own soil, in our own backyards. Democracy, diplomacy, and people over profit, and because I fought for it, you're damn right that I'm going to take a knee.